Hi there, this is Ashley from Spit Up and Sit Ups. I give quick, actionable health and fitness tips for moms like you. I'm a mom of two on a health journey. I understand your struggles because they're my struggles too. Today on the show, we're going to talk about how to prevent diet sabotage. If you're like me, you start off strong and then slowly but surely add back in those bad habits. Hello, confessions of self-sabotage here. I find that if I don't stay strict with my food plan, I end up falling off the wagon. Everyone who starts a strict diet can feel the need to cheat on the diet from time to time. Dieting can be tough, but there are definitely ways to make it easier. We often stack the deck of cards against ourselves and don't even realize it. Since sticking to a diet can be challenging, it only makes sense to give yourself every advantage possible by removing or planning for the most likely obstacles. Use these tips to stick to your diet and prevent self-sabotage. Keep foods out of the house that don't fit your diet plan. You know why there are no Oreos or desserts in my pantry? Because I will eat them all before anyone else in the house gets a chance. I can't eat it if it's not in the house. Get it out before it creates a challenge. Go through your refrigerator and pantry and identify all the foods that you don't want to eat right now. Donate it. Or give the food away. The next step is to drink more water. Water is filling if you drink enough of it. Water can help prevent you unnecessarily snacking. If you feel that hunger pang, try to stall for 15 minutes with a glass of water. Drink your water and wait 15 minutes. If the hunger pang goes away, great, move on. But if it's still there in 15 minutes, you're in a better headspace where you can make a better choice of the snack you're going to eat. My next tip is to make yourself a priority daily. Eating something that's unhealthy feels great in the short term. One way to give yourself a long-term focus is to make your health a priority. You'll be less likely to sabotage yourself if you're thinking about the long term. I find that when I wake up, I need to plan my day, which includes what I'm going to eat and when I'm going to fit in exercise. The first thing I do every single day is I grab my fitness planner and I track the foods I'm going to eat. I calculate the Weight Watchers points, and I track when I'm going to fit in my exercise. It's important that I write these things down because if I don't write them down, they're not going to happen. I'm more likely to put it off or do something else. My next tip is to avoid cutting out too much. There's a lot of evidence that says losing weight quickly is a poor long-term strategy. You didn't pack on the pounds overnight. It probably took years. Give yourself time to get rid of the unwanted weight. If you're someone who can do things cold turkey, that is awesome. But there is nothing wrong with doing it slowly. You can start by cutting back on creamer and sugar in your morning coffee. Before you sit down to eat dinner, have a glass of water or eat a bowl of soup. At lunch, instead of springing for the roll with your salad, skip the roll. Do it slowly. You'll create good habits for the long term. My next tip, and I'm a big fan of this, is to weigh and measure your food. A serving of pasta is much less than you think. Food scales are relatively inexpensive on Amazon, and so are measuring cups and spoons. Ensure that you understand how much you're actually eating. You might be surprised at how far off you are as to what a serving size actually is. My next tip is to move on from all of your mistakes. A diet doesn't have to be perfect to be effective. A mistake doesn't have to be a setback. Shake it off. Mistakes happen. And I don't even like calling them mistakes because you're human. You're allowed to have a piece of cake after dinner. Or before dinner. That piece of cake doesn't determine your whole journey. Move on. Food is still nourishment, and you can still pick it back up in the morning. My next step is to avoid eating out or getting takeout. Many fast food restaurants don't really have a good selection of healthy options. Restaurants can be a healthy dining option, but you really never know how things are truly prepared. And my final tip, which no one will be surprised, exercise more. Exercise is useful in a few different ways. It helps burn the calories. It can make it more painful to cheat on your diet. And it just makes you feel better. Take a walk, have a dance party with the kids, get moving. With these tips, you can stop sabotaging yourself today. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review on whatever platform you're listening on. Until next time.